Guernsey!
Yeah, we couldn't really have too many high expectations after the last couple of years. So we sort of thought if we can go in winning probably 16 games out of the 22, we'd be in front of what we were last year. But we got pretty close to that. But just to get a win over the Bombers on round one was pretty good for us.
Big night at the Gabba. Before it started, Brisbane's second consecutive AFL flag. That one in 2002.
There was a big build-up. Everyone was talking about the 2001 grand final replay. It seems to come up every time we play Essendon now. But you know, we got over the line. I thought we were a lot harder over the ball that night, and they put it to us, and we sort of stood out and came away with the 4 points at the end of the night.
Just behind the centre. Long into half forward. Lynch getting plenty of opportunities. Couldn't hang on to that. Sharman. Wellman in the way. Now Mark Johnson. Best and fairest last year. Surrounded. Power. One of about five who can have it. And he nails it. And the delivery just a little bit strong. Allows Lepic in again. Now Hart. And Pike. The veteran can straighten. Kick long. And Lynch has 7 metres of open goal in his face. And the Lions have all the answers. He's a marvel, 30 years of age now. Long ball. Brown is there. So too was Lynch. Brown to Bradshaw from 45 for number 3, and he's done it.
Lappin out wide to Shattuck, who's found space out there. Just takes a leisurely stroll and drills it long. Lynch. Bradshaw's also there, but with great pace. Notting. To Shattuck. Inside the 50. Bradshaw goes up one hand. Staying down was Lynch. He'll give it to Hart, and Hart will run into an open goal.
23 years senior coach with the Bombers.
Even he might struggle with that Jock McHale record, though. Beautiful dab by Hart to Power. Lovely breakaway here. Inside 50, the load up and the long shot. Lions go further ahead. Bannister, the target here. Carousella does well. He would have enjoyed that. Notting. And the Lions build again. Shattuck. Running for him is Black, perhaps having his best quarter from on the 50. Nails it. Beautifully done.
Michael Voss out on the ground with his twins. He convinced them to come out on the ground, which is good stuff. Kayla and Casey, and his wife Donna is also here tonight. They're expecting their third kid in June, and all Lions supporters hoping for a son, I'm sure, under the father-son rule.
No, wouldn't that be nice? But there is a proud dad carrying the twins, and they'll go through the banner. And as you say, there's another one on the way.
He's the leader of all leaders. I've never been a part of a team that's had a leader like him. He shows the way. He tells you how it is and how you've got to be. You know, in the last, like just before we go out to our positions, he tells us what he expects of us, and just pretty much simplifies everything and says, if you do your stuff, you know, if everyone beats their opponent, we'll come close to winning this game. And he just doesn't stop. He's just trying to get better every year. Every pre-season, he's trying to get better and better. He's always doing extras, trying to make his skills better. It's just, I don't think you can get better. He's awesome.
Ackermanis from the clearance breaks free and drills it. Thurston's kick's pretty ordinary. Turnover. Lappin. Can he make them hurt here? I think he can. It's a beautiful kick. Great kick. And underneath it was Luke Power, who plays on. He'll run into an open goal. Great play by Luke Power. Oh, don't tell me he's missed. No, he hasn't.
Scything kick. Chad Corn's dangerous again. Absolutely the focal point. Lepic stemming the flow. Now Shattuck. kicked that off the outside of the boot. It was cleverly done in the Notting direction. Brown with good mobility for such a big man. Charming the chance from 45. That's a good kick. Beautiful finish.
So the season is over for Josh Franco in a devastating blow for Port Adelaide as the Lions going to attack once again. Voss, almost a miraculous mark, fed out the handball, Bradshaw, and he has dribbled through another one. And all of a sudden, Port Adelaide falling apart at the seams, a lot of it no fault of their own. Thurston's the tap, there's Ackermanis. Bradshaw, chance for power for his third for the quarter. Across the face, still in play, Brown keeps it in, twisting and turning, Brown with the banana! That is magnificent!
And the game getting away from them, are back in the hunt. Another long ball, again Port win it, but not for long. Lappin, Brad Scott escapes and can run. Reaches the middle of Amy Stadium and delivers nicely to Brown. Bishop the spoil. Brown fights on. White dangerous. Can line them up and goal for Brisbane. Well played. A lovely cool finish. Open space at the front of the pack. White trying to climb in as a third man. Bishop wins it. Just managed to lever out the hand pass. Well done, Black. Balance. Good kick. Goal.
There's just 11 points in it now. Slick hands from Black to Lappin. Here's a chance for Ackermanis. Loses his feet. White. Good pickup. Great handball. Power for his third. Nails it. There he is, Rob. Michael Voss being chaired off in his 200th, the winner.
And doesn't he handle it well? Look, he's modest. He's had all the success in the world.
Shannon Watt watching Bradshaw just to the right of screen. If it does go into the square, Charman trying to send it there or beyond. Voss sends it beyond. Well picked, Wolsey.
In front is Porter. It's like a piece of soap at the moment. Now White got the handball out. Hart, by himself in the goal square. He was there for a month of Sundays. Voss, the easiest goal to ever kick.
Vossi was outstanding. You know, 5 goals at half time is an amazing effort by any player in the AFL level. But if you had to kick 6 goals, I would have been happy because that last point would have been a goal, and we would have come away with the win. But the draw it was, and no, it was a great game. They're a good, hard-running side, North Melbourne, and they got a lot of respect for one another in their side.
Just on the ground last week, he and Big Porter rotated with the rucking Jules. Colbert. Oh, it's dangerous. And Darryl White was the man who got boot to ball and got one back for the Lions. Ever reliable out of the middle. Makepeace versus Hart. Needed a kind bounce. Didn't get it. Nobody did. Opens up for the Lions and Bradshaw. Back to Ackermanis. Standing start. A response from the Lions. Goal.
He's just happy to flip it over the back, knowing he had 2 or 3 teammates running onto the loose ball.
Michael Voss directly in front is kick 2. And Brisbane get another.
And Porter is really labouring.
Good kick from Lappin. Spotted up Brad Scott. Too far out to score. Voss is back in the goal square. Being watched by Simpson. He gets his chance now. The strength of Michael Voss on display for all to see. Mark-off free kick.
Voss, he leads, and he gets away from Simpson again, and what a great kick from Carosella. Voss is tearing him apart up forward. Voss has got 4, and now he can make it 5. Pike has the football, courtesy of the Shattuck handball. Pike back inside 50. Voss attacks it, almost. Ackermanis is there, so is Black. Feeds it out. Oh, power. Brisbane, brilliant. Johnson coming up for disposal, number 21. Kicks it to half forward. Morrison. Voss. Oh, Pike's free. He's got about 30 metres on his nearest opponent. He can run on here, Pike. 48 metres out, and Martin Pike has kicked the goal.
1 point the difference. The Kangaroos in front against the reigning premiers. Here they go. Scott to half forward. Can someone take a mark? No, they can't. Black gets the handball. Michael Voss shoots. It'll be a tie. It will innocent people, including the players and the commentators and the coaches, are lost for words.
That was awesome. That you know, just to get it on the boot that quick. I think it was about 2 seconds ago when he got the ball in his hands, and just to put it on the boot and have a shot at the goals was great. And he was on a fair angle as well. So. The siren's gone and he's kicked it, and the North guys have gone up as if they've won, and we've gone up. We had no reaction because it was either going to be a draw or a loss. So no, it was good. I'm pretty happy Vossi's playing with me. Yeah, we love playing Collingwood. They give you it doesn't matter if you play them during the season, it's still a finals atmosphere because they get the crowds along. They've got a big following themselves, and everyone comes along to see you play Collingwood. Doesn't matter who you play for, as long as you're playing against Collingwood. They just I think supporters like to support a team that beats Collingwood, and that night we come across as the winners, and the big standout that night was Jared Brennan for me.
McDonald, now it's Voss, who's just queuing up and waiting onto the left boot. The kick to the pocket is a good one too. Out looking for Brennan, look at that.
See the way the kick floated, Ed. I mean, the kick's beautiful, but the kid floated through the air, and he's really quick, this boy.
But nice touch and nice judgment, hasn't he? Timing was perfect.
And he's not shy. I think he's got a bit of confidence.
Didn't snatch at the ball, which is a good sign. So Brennan comes in.
Big guy
winds it up from 55. Have a look at that. He stumped it a mile and he's kicked the goal. If you don't mind. Beautiful leap, and away he goes. Gets his kick, tackled from behind. Half volley for Fraser. Has to go back onto it. Beautiful pick up by Ackermanis though. Ackermanis swings back. It's wide open for Lynch in the goal square. Lynch has got it. He takes on. He plays on. He beats Wakeland. Has a flying shot at the goal. They like it behind the goals. He likes it. And the Lions have kicked their first of the night.
But Brisbane's game has been stifled coming forward. I can only think of Darryl White once running past through the middle of the ground to receive a handball this quarter.
Howard did well. Ackermanis released into space, well, almost. Hurries the kick down towards half forward. Brennan judged it pretty well, gets a hand pass away. Now a chance for Brown into the path of Voss. Open goal, and he pops it through. As for distance, well-weighted kick too, gets there. Dropped by Leppich, time to recover. Plenty of support around, needs it all. Leppich really out of sorts. Ashcroft, Brennan, Leppich running again, down towards half forward again in 2 minds, has a bounce, runs to 50, 40 metres out, falling to the ground. Oh, that's a tonic. He feels a lot better. Rucks go at it. In fact, 4 men there. Voss camped over it, taken down, spills behind him. Blocking a chance. Ackermanis swings it across the body. You talk about making something out of nothing. Wonderful goal.
They're running
Chris
hard
Johnson
now, Brisbane.
Kicking along to the forward 50. Up they go. 2-on-1. Beautiful mark taken at the front of the pack there by Notting.
He ran from the other half forward line.
And Notting's a thumping kick. He's going to have to kick at 60 metres, but will fancy himself to put it at least to the square. The kick is right in that direction. Out comes Lynch. It's over the head of the pack. It could be a goal. Well, I tip this. He's kicked the goal and Brisbane are back in front. Front and square was Brennan. Beautiful play. Look at that. All the poise of a 200 gamer. He gets it out.
Who is this kid?
Pike gets it out to Brennan, who kept running. Who knows? Do you reckon I've forgotten Des Headland up here already? Pike is there versus Woden. Once upon a time, Melbourne teammates. It comes out the Voss, the dangerous one. Look at that handball. Just floats it in, hoping and expecting his teammates to do something. It comes out. Oh, they've had another go at it. And off the ground. This time, Notting gets his 3rd goal.
Squares it nicely, and they go around the outer side. Darcy's made some room out there. Leppich closes and thumps it forward.
Leppich gets there before Bandy. Throws up a handball to Bandy. Good tackle by Brad Scott.
Our job is to defend, and that's what we do. We're not the guys that are going to have to be taking big, great marks. We're the guys that are going to be spoiling, tackling, defence, you know, all that sort of stuff. And some people say defence wins football matches.
Ball spills. Ackermanis, the superstar. Kicks inside 50. Bradshaw can't get there. Neither can McRae. McDonald, unfamiliar territory. He crumbs. Kicks to full forward. The McGuinness dragging through. Brennan! Another miracle. One of many from him, perhaps. Quarter time can't come soon enough for the Dogs. Darcy in the ruck. Flies against Charman. Ball knocked down. Luke Power, kick half, smothered. Smith missed it completely. Black, inside 50, high ball. Bradshaw! Big leap. Voss will clean it up. Simply the best.
Found Leppich beautifully at centre-half back. Thinks about playing on now. He has to. Drills the low one. The run again from Scott. Brad Scott with a bounce, or he can handball to Lappin. Decides on the ladder. Lappin will stretch. Darcy will just run away from him. He's had 2 bounces. He can have a shot from the pocket. Kick on the way from Lappin. Is there. Dimatina picks it up, ducks the head. Now the handball wide, and Voss in some space has got it. Over the top, that hasn't gone as far as it should have either. Hart picks it up. Left foot to the top of the square. Can a mark taken down there? Ackermanis reading it beautifully. Read it like a book. Kicks the goal.
That really was surgeon-like, wasn't it? I mean, there's the Barmy Army. They're on fire with the Lions. He can kick it.
Long kick with the left foot high towards half forward. That's unbelievable. Jared Brennan. Why was he on the bench?
Handle. Ackermanis comes charging in. Handball misses its target, but Voss is good enough to pick it up. Got it to Pike. Outside the 50. Kick on the way. Is there.
Lappin lines up for his first goal. Hickey stand in, and he has nailed Brisbane's fourth.
With the media and stuff like that, he sits in the shadow, but not with us as a playing group. Everyone knows that he's a great player and he's a big part of our side. We have a player award where he pretty much wins it every week, so it doesn't go unnoticed by us.
Here's a chance for Hart, fresh on the ground. He kicks up to the goal square. Oh, from behind, Brennan's taking a screamer.
As I said, the matchups were looking all right.
Can't match him 10 feet up on the ground though, Gary.
Nothing you can do about this.
Look at that one. Up goes Brennan. Bang. There he's had the last 2 or 3 as offhands it comes. Look at this. Voss into the open goal. Doesn't miss these. And the champion puts it right through the middle and Brisbane get there first. Up they go. King slaps it from the back, but at the back again, look at this. All lined up are the 3 champions, as Gerard said. Without anyone getting near the ball, it was Ackermanis, Voss and Lappin. Bradshaw just dropped the mark, but he recovers beautifully in the pocket as a flying shot at the goals. Have a look at this! Bradshaw's kicked an absolute ripper! Mooney has to have another go. Flicks it out, they're in trouble here. White knocks it out to Voss. Was that a throw? No, says the umpire. Off the hands of the pack, here's Black. Looking to Power. Left foot shot at the goal! No, it was McRae. Left foot shot was a ripper. He puts it through for his second. Yep, the Cats haven't just been able to keep going at all. Here's a chance for Brown in the open goal. The boy from South Warrnambool would have played here a few times over his career, and he's put it through and made it 5 in a row. And they're lining up front and square for the spoil as well, so it is the wrong option, as Gary and Gerard have been at pains to suggest. Black hit the pack beautifully. Oof, high one there. It goes forward up towards Brennan, one hand. Gergich tried to square up and it opened up for Ackermanis, who kicks the goal. His first.
Chapman needed to lock it in. They're desperate, the Geelong players. There's no free possession there for the Lions until this one arrived. Oh, pressure bearing down on him from Scarlett. Power has nailed it under enormous pressure.
Cats given to hurry up. Short kick to Clark, sets him up. Hart scored it beautifully. It spills there to McRae, who kicks his 4th goal. And that is a big one for the Brisbane Lions.
Nigel Lappin, 29 disposals, 9 marks, 5 clearances, 8 inside 50 and a goal. Brisbane into attack. Chris Scott, the full forward, dribbles one, end over end. Dacos. And he has got it, Chris Scott. His first goal.
Just his 3rd game for the Lions. Finds the run of McRae, a ball carrier from outside 50 and a penetrating kick. Lynch getting back, Scott it. Too big, too strong, too good.
Lynchy, geez, mate, he's an inspiration, that guy. The way he goes about it, just throws the oppositions like rag dolls. They hang on to him on every opportunity they can. Doesn't get too many free kicks, but he's a great player, and he certainly can kick a goal.
Good coaching by Lee Matthews to get hard up the ground. Wasn't worried about putting the responsibility of somebody else onto McLeod.
Crows by 6 points. Black, the Brownlow medalist. Can he bend it back like Beckham? Yes!
Begley's caught. Voss, hands free to Power. Quick hands to Black. Simon Black's already got one in this quarter. He's got another one. The Lions keep coming.
Leppich drops in short. From 60 out. This is where Lynch is very dangerous. It's going to bounce through. So they've had a shootout.
Black to Power, gone. The same names involved again.
A lead by 6 points. Voss kicks a goal.
Stengline, right with him. Who's got the superior pace? It's Lappin. Over the top to Ackermanis. He can take and go. Lynch on the lead. Ackermanis hits him. Crowd are going berserk here at the Gather.
Runs the centre half forward. Johnson goes long, looking for Lynch. He's got it. Alistair Lynch. He's got 7.
I think everyone was thinking back to when they beat us there last time, when we turned our whole last 2009. When they smashed us over there. I think everyone was sort of thinking that, but then we regrouped at half time. There was a few changes made. Pikey went up forward, and a couple others went up forward and kicked a few goals, and we came out on top that day. And we just started seeing Blackie hit some good form as well that day. Probably broke the 50 a few times and kicked a couple of goals.
Great opportunity there was McRae, pushed in the back, no. Chance for Power. Brown, handball out wide. Johnson, what's he doing there? Kicks the opening goal of the match. Brisbane on the board. Gee, they're linking. Great running coming from Lappin. Sweeping handball. Now a chance for Carosella. High towards half forward. McKernan in front as he pushed out. No. Chance for Brown at the back. Runs to 30 and kicks it. Brisbane have 2. Just scrags the kick out wide, but it's good enough. Brad Scott. Ackermanis, he's dangerous at half forward. Thumping kick to the goal square. Bradshaw one out. Lappin gets back to assist. Thornton the punch, but a free kick to Brisbane. Against Thornton, I suspect, for holding. Umpire Schmidt was on the advantage. An advantage paid, and Brisbane have a goal. Blake Carosella, loose player at half forward as Power. Eventually it gets to him. Couple of steps from 45. Kicks it goalward. And he kicks it. Brisbane in front. Match completely. Jarman just thumps it back inside, attacking 50. Ball to the front of the pack. Ackermanis tries to thread it through and does! Sensational goal to Jason Ackermanis. Was taken high, no free kick. He bottles it up, eventually squeezes it out towards Pike. Tried to get a handball into the goal square. Lynch, Pike, around the body, he's kicked 4! Oh, sensational stuff from Martin Pike. Murphy, ineffective possession. Ackermanis somehow gets it towards Black on hands and knees. So they're just dominating now around the packs. Ackermanis is away. Couple of bounces. Gives it back. Voss, thumping kick from 55. Out wide, almost. Carosella couldn't hold on. Martin scoops it up straight to Power, who kicks a goal.
Was going to lay the handball off. Instead goes to Shattuck. Could pop it over to Charman. No, Charman provides a path for him to run through. Delivers to Black. Simon Black, the Brownlow medalist. It's blue murder at Optus Oval as the Lions put through another one. Their 17th of the day. Chris Johnson, possession number 21. Delivered beautifully into centre half for those exquisite skills on display this afternoon. Daniel Bradshaw joins the line. Floating down from defence. He's added his name to the goal kickers.
What do you think makes a great team?
Make a great team. He's a great coach, and Lee's certainly a great coach at that, and the coaching staff around him are sensational, and everyone else that comes along with that is, you know, the conditioning staff and guys like that, and the guys that get out there on the ground, just mateship, camaraderie, all that sort of stuff, and just knowing your role and performing your role when you have to.
Brisbane won the toss. They'll go to the left of screen in the opening term. McDonald in the ruck against White. Returns from a knee injury. Power. The first effective disposal of the game, inside 50. Courageous from Bizzle. Spills to that man, Pike. Hugh Martin Pike, and he kicks a goal. Couldn't have scripted it any better. Martin Pike, 6 touch. Inside 50, high ball for Lynch. Just works Nicholson under it. It spills to the back. Ward first to recover. Lynch will go again from the pocket. Keeps it alive, Lynch. Screws it back and kicks a miracle goal. Alistair Lynch, you're guilty.
Power somehow just works his way out of the centre square to Black, hammers the ball back. Big pack of players. Voss could be dangerous at ground level. Desperate play. Quick kick. It's a goal. Super goal. Kicked by McGrath.
Again, they can just throw it backwards, knowing they've got players lining up in the wall. Voss to Pike. Now he thumps it long inside 50. Over the top, Lynch. Beautiful, patient football from the Brisbane
himself
Lions.
to McDonald, just a young gun making his way in the game, looking for Lynch across the half-forward line, kicked off the ground, taken by Carosella, kicks a goal. Looks for Voss, who marks in front. So in the end, it was a poor kick, you're right, Wayne. So Michael Voss just might put this back over his head, but there's a loose player in McRae. Just needs a kind bounce. Runs to 45, closes to 40 and just drills it.
Yeah, it was a bad day that day for us, and probably brought us back to reality a bit, that we weren't as good as what we thought we were. We had a few blokes out of the side. I think Jonathan was one, Jonathan Brown was one, and he carries a big build, a big workload in our forward line of aggression and try to intimidate players. And yeah, it was a sad day, and you know, you can't win them all. You got to lose everyone every now and then. But we moved on from there.
The final margin, 69 points. Telling. Never in doubt since midway through the second term.
It was probably the biggest slump. Well, it wasn't a big slump, but it was a little bit of a slump that we weren't used to in the last part of the past 2 years. So we sort of got ourselves out of it and kept going and stuck to the team plan. And we came out, you know, in the following weeks and got a couple more wins.
Now, Lee called a meeting of wives and girlfriends, I believe, at this stage. What was the idea behind this, and what did it achieve for you?
The idea was about just to let the wives and partners know what we're embarking on. We've got a chance to make history to do the three-peat, and just to give a little bit of time to us, and you know, just put up with us for the meantime if we come home a bit grumpy or we need something or something like that. Just to give a little bit more extra support than what they already give us, and they've been great. I know on my behalf, my wife's been great the whole season, and just that little bit extra, you know, every little bit counts. And Lee thought if hearing it from the horse's mouth would probably fix them up and let him do that for us.
Tivendale dispossessed. Boy, it's a scramble in there. Johnson's head pass stolen by Power. Great work. The goal seek from a long way. Holland and Lynch, and it's home. Bit straighter from Mark McKenzie, but still a little bit of angle. Hart's kick smothered. Here's Acker from 49. A lot of elevation. McRae on the non-preferred, can go all the way. Too easy.
Early on in that first quarter, he opted to drop the spare ruckman back.
Oh, Lynch, clever. Very clever.
Good knock on Stafford. Dragicevic pulled off it. Power. Weller again. Here go the Lions. Sean Hart. Too many of them there. They got in each other's way. Young Graham gives it to Simon Black. contact. Power. Danger here. It's advantage. Ackermanis from a long way. Oh, brilliant.
Over the top to Copeland. Puts it back inside 50. Lynch wrestles with Zantuck. Newman gets bowled over. Little tap. Here's a goal. Weller. And Ackermanis is the man providing the run.
That's a lovely kick too. Ackermanis can hit it at full pace. Delivery a little long for Charman. Went at it bravely and might get his reward. The big fellow on the run drills it.
Oh, here we see. Fantastic.
Oh, that is fantastic. Well done by Jason Ackermanis. There's a thrill. There's something for the 21st videotape.
He's straight down the line. He tells you how it is. He knows how to get the best out of the individual. He won't muck around, won't beat around the bush. He'll tell you if you're playing good, or he'll tell you if you're playing bad. He'll tell you if you need to pull your weight a bit more, or he'll give you accolades as well. He'll tell you you've done well. So he's a great coach, and he's got good ways to explaining how simple the game is.
Warm at the moment. Cloud cover moving in. Charman knocks it forward. Osborne didn't watch the football. McRae did. Power looping hand pass. Voss lines up goal. 35 metres out. He likes it.
And he had 4 blokes backing him up there, Osborne. Shows you a bit about the team, the mindset they're at.
Black goes for distance inside the 50. Big leap, Bradshaw. Now here's a thumping kick. He could score from here. Fine grab. Look at that. Trouble. Now a rebound opportunity. Pike to Hart. Crowd roars. It bounces across the wicket area. Intended for Power. Graham's done very well. He's clattered into anybody down there. Eventually, though, Shattuck picks it up, lines up, and they do get the goal. Here's Lynch. 30 metres out. Going at his third. Kicks and kicks. Thriller. What a seesaw affair. It's a thriller. Give it a go. Just had a stand gathering some Voss. Here he is again. Inside the 50. Lines up. Hasn't got the carry. Lynch again. And this crowd on their feet.
Early contact. That is 2 times in a row now. He's known where the presence of Jonathan Hayes' body is. It's just what he wants. It's a beautiful split and beautiful roving there. When you see the early contact, he already got Jonathan done there.
What a battle. And 20 people down in front of us sprang up. So, Lynch, 5 metres out. This to make it tough for the Hawks. Now they've got a test.
And even if you get 3 or 4 ugly bounce down straight after this, he'll cop that.
Lynch, clean possession to Voss. Goes with the left boot. Brown on the goal line. Kicks it. The Lions are home. Just over a minute to go. And fitting that man was involved.
I was in the stands watching that game. It was magnificent. You know, goal after goal, contest after contest. You know, there was a big hit on Hardy, and then there was another big hit on somebody else. It was just 2 teams out there that had a game plan. They were sticking to it, and they were trying to show who was tougher over the ball. And at the end of the day, Port came out with the winners with the 4 points at the end. But from that, Roger James again, you know, spoiled it for us again, like he did last year at round 22.
Here's Black. Finds Hart, pushed forward, has it at 55. Thumps it long towards the goal square. Tracking back is Lynch. Lets it go through. Dynamite opening to this one. Handball to the run of White. White goes to the wing. Brown presents himself. Works hard. Jonathan Brown, outstanding. Taken down by Schofield. Play on was the call. Stevens back to Schofield. On the right. Voss goes back with courage and stands underneath it to take the mark. Pike to run onto it for Brisbane. Handball to Copeland. To the outer side, Shattuck just snuck away from Guerra. Takes the mark, steps inside. Gets onto his right boot. Penetrating kick inside 50. Lynch! Play on. Power from the angle. Clever! Carosella and Corns will fly. It spills to Pike. We're building. 40 seconds left. Brown, the crowd rises. Here's Pike. Runs to 30. Burgoyne gets him. Goal-saving tackle. Corns is taken down as well. Holding the ball. And it's a ball from the boundary, Ackermanis. And it's paid advantage. What a passage of play. Hands off to Voss. Copeland to Brown. Will thump it long. Chad Corns has got a run at it. So does Lynch.
Brilliant.
While Lynch had his own man in Paxman to contend with, he had Chad Corns coming across from the side. And Lynch just kept his eyes on the ball with strength.
I mean, that is a super talent. A fantastic kick by Jonathan Brown, just to the danger zone. Not too many better contested marks in the competition than Alistair Lynch. Big frame, big body. Hasn't kicked well tonight, has sprayed him, and he can on occasions. Big kick.
This to put Brisbane back in front. From 35 metres out, Lynch delivers. The Lions back in front. Throw in. Primus in front. Lynch tries to work him under it. Ackermanis. Brilliant little give to Hart. Sean Hart from point blank range. Brisbane have got the buffer. High ball. Inside 50. Power. And Carlton. It spills to Black. The fall away handball to Voss. He bends it around the corner. Bounces it through. Oh, the Lions are back in front. Lynch in front, took it out. Brogan, quick give to Ackermanis from the angle. Steps inside Carlton. Goes for goal. The Lions are in front. They are a big-time team. Carr out in front of Cockatoo Collins. He's got a couple of metres. What a play. Don't tell me. Guess who? Roger James again. Can you believe it?
Well, in the middle of the ground, two players know no other way. Voss and Black both went after the ball. Perhaps one could have protected the other, but they know nothing else but to go and win the football when it's there to be won. It ended up just knocking out of the pack. The Port side were able to get on the end of it, and here is Roger James.
Any score will do. James from 45. Just sneaks it in from behind.
McRae in the back. It's been very dangerous. Back to Black. He's right on 50. Can kick a goal. Can he bend it back? Black goes right to the line. What's happened? Look at the goal umpire. Was it touched?
I think it's a goal.
It's a goal.
Blackie's good. You don't know whether he's going to kick it or balk or what, so you sort of can't react to him. But he sucks all them in, and it's good seeing him running out of the centre bounce there and getting the tap off Crackers or Charmo and just running it and breaking the 50 and kicking the goals. I love seeing Blackie doing that.
And that's where it heads straight away in the second quarter through Ackermanis. Lynch couldn't get it away, looking for McGrath. Here's McRae, who's been excellent. He's been outstanding, and so is his finish. Goal to McRae. Now just hits to the danger zone. Power came out. Burton was there. Carosella, pretty good in front of goal normally. Round the body. Does he like it? He does. Another goal to the Lions. Simpson was there. McRae back to Ashcroft. And Ackermanis slips free and marks in front of Harvey. Little hook around the body. Indecision from Brown and Carosella. The latter finally got boot to ball. Gee, not bad effort from there. Oh, that is a magnificent goal. Carosella with a beauty.
11-8-74 the Lions, the Kangaroos 6-13-49.
Oh!
25 points, and Bradshaw He can take a strong grab. And this is a beauty. Over the top of Petrie. So it's been a fair night's work for Simon Black. Robbins tried to tickle the ball, couldn't take it. Brown can. One grab player. Agamana's got great vision, looking for power. He's going to run in. He can kick a goal. Unselfish play. Gives it across. And banging it through is Shattuck. So their general's trying to work hard. They can lift the Kangaroos, but Scott takes it across half-back, finds Carosella, who can find some space. There's a will-o'-the-wisp, drills the ball in. Archer was so desperate. There's a chance for Lynch. He's booted 5. He goes short to Ackermanis. He's a showstopper. Kicks a goal.
Long ball, Lynch approaches, keeps it in front. McRae out in front of Power. What a beautiful handball from McRae, and Power gets his second. Burton Simpson came over the top. Ackermanis trying to burst through and create something. He's kicked 1 goal, 5. This one's straight up in the air. Top of the square. Rawlings went without it. Pike ducks the head, gives it back quickly. Michael didn't think about a goal. Tony, he wanted to give it off to Short Hart to kick it. Keating won that. Gee, that was quick hands from Ackermanis to Black. Jonathan Brown didn't know it was coming. The goal umpire does. Quick reply for the Lions.
Well, Mick Malthouse trying things that he needs to. The margin already has got out to 18. And there's some dangerous signs at the moment all over the ground.
Now he's got Brown loose inside attacking 50. It gets to him. Brown turns on the left boot. Oh, don't tell me he's kicked another one. He has. He's kicked 2, Brown.
He'll probably kick it the way they're going.
Long to the goal square. That'll be a contest. Collingwood under pressure. Brown! Just too strong.
He's a great talent, the young fella. He just goes at it, goes about his own business, does his job, runs from, he leads on 120 metres leads, He'll work from one side of the ground to the other. He'll just work that centre half forward into the ground, or centre half back into the ground, and just keep going and take diving chest marks. And he's probably not your centre half forward where he takes hangers and all that sort of stuff, but he's your centre half forward where he's got a big kick. He'll lift the side within 5 minutes. He could do three freakish things at chest marks, pack marks, suicide marks. The one he's running back into the pack. He's got a lot of guts.
Getting the possession, driving them forward. Was that a mark in the middle of that? Yes, it was. Guess who? Jonathan Brown.
Yeah, it was great effort by the boys, from full back all the way down to full forward. The midfielders were running well, the forwards were doing their job, the backs were doing their job, and everything was just going in place for us. In that first quarter, just like 7 goals or 8 goals straight, magnificent. You couldn't ask for a better start for a football match that's been in the old Fitzroy jumper, and just to see that jumper out there meant a lot to me, and I think it meant a lot to a lot of others as well.
Oh, here's a chance for Brad Scott. Doesn't get forward that often, but when he does, he loves to kick a goal like that. For most of the year, Keating again, thrusting them forward. Pike with an important touch. He might have to do it on his own, Martin Pike. Off the left. Oh, it's a great finish for the man who's played in 3 of the last 4 premiership teams.
Kicks it towards half forward. Lynch in the pack, taken by McRae. A snap and goal, he's kicked it. Sensational stuff from Craig McRae.
With that laconic style. Lynch and Wakeland, Carosella, danger! Danger! Extreme danger! Oh, Darryl White has taken a screamer.
White just threw it out. Socket forward inside, attacking 50. Chance for Lynch. Great handball. Carosella from 30. He doesn't miss these. Brisbane had the first goal of the third quarter. Shattuck got plenty of time on the southern wing. Casual bounce. Now needs to spot a target. He spotted one. Couldn't get it to him, although he did in the end. Charman off to Darryl White. Oh, no pressure as he runs to 45 and kicks a goal for the Lions.
Once again prevailed, 15-11-101 to 8-14-62. You heard the mighty roar.
they're trying to test Geelong's third defender, and it looks like it's Darren Milburn tonight.
Here's Ackermanis, breaks from the stoppage. Not a bad finish from Acker. He's got it.
Sharman getting his hands on the ball. Black had it and lost it. Those great hands, great vision, finds power. The man with the dancing feet gives it across to Scott. Spears the ball in, looking for Bradshaw. He's booted 5. Here's the danger man. Can he bend it like Beckham? Here it comes! Here it comes! He's kicked a goal! Can you believe it? He's kicked a magnificent goal!
I don't know what it is. It's from the tight angles and you know, there's heaps of pressure around him. He just does it. It's great. It's great to have him on my side. I'm glad, because if he was playing on someone on another side, I'd be playing on him, I guess, back pocket, forward pocket sort of thing. No, but Acker's a great player, and he talks and he can back it up. That's one thing I like about him.
Right with him. Hart manages to hook it back. Brown! Suicidal attempt. He's going to get up a little bit gingerly and heads up with Lappin. Lappin runs to 15 metres out, and this time he's got it.
There's no free kick. The Lions force the ball forward, looking for power. Too good for Spriggs, and now the run comes from Black. The excitement machine. Big kick. Great goal.
Bradshaw the target. Geelong gets some numbers back though. Charman over the top. Crumbing Power. Good tackle. Power still got boot to ball. Charman threw it out the top to Carosella. Carosella back towards Power. He's on his left side. Somehow got to Leppich. Back in the side. Likes to kick a goal and does.
He's then only 7 more possessions than Matthew Scarlett. Bradshaw was a thorn in his side in that second term. Here's Black. He's a wonderful finisher. And hammers it home. He's got 2.
Power mightn't have kicked goals, has had 28 possessions now, and he's got his name in the goal-kicking list as well.
Luke had his roles to do. Had his roles as a forward, roles as a defender, and roles as a midfielder, and he just went ahead and done his roles. You know, shut out a play here and there, and he got rewarded for it at the end of the year, becoming runners-up, well deserved. He's a great little goal sneak as well when he gets down there, and he can be a bit cheeky as well.
Thought about West, gave it to Carosella. To Voss, the turnover, Hart, running Johnson, likes to kick a goal, will he give it off? No, he might, he does now. Over the top, Ash McGrath kicks the goal.
A little bit extravagant and flamboyant, and it cost them. White for Charman, for Ackermanis, and look at them run. And they've got numbers. He's got Black and Lappin on. Decides to go longer, and reading it very well is McGrath. He lines up number 2. He kicks a beauty. You don't deserve your match payments today, all of you. He was the only one who handed back his check. His kick not good. Charman marks. Handball to Ackermanis. Kicks to the top of the square. Bulldogs there, knock it down. Hart, something out of nothing. Oh, Sean Hart, take a bow.
McGrath gets it back, inside 10 seconds. Lucky bounce. Lynch gives it off. Hart for number 3 in the corner.
With the left fist getting it forward. West is barreled by McGrath. Power to Shattuck to Black. This spells danger for the Bulldogs. This spells danger for the Bulldogs. Ackermanis, he won't miss this.
Voss, customary left-hand handball to Ashcroft. Good vision from the veteran to McGrath. He's got 4 goals. He likes the number 5. Oh, yes, indeed. 5 it is. There is no substitute for confidence.
Power. High to half forward. In front, not quite nodding. Murphy with just enough pressure. Lappin closes to 50. Goes for home. Has he got it? Yes, he has.
Kick has to be good towards Brown. It's not. Good spoil from Harrison. Ackermanis, that might fall for him. It does. With some time. The kick. Lynch. Beautiful disposal from Ackermanis. Lynch, open goal square. Plays on from 50. Unloads with a big drop punt. And that is a beautiful goal for Lynch. 3 for the veteran. Plays on quickly. Good movement of the ball. Just too much on the kick. Ashcroft, the ball was touched. Here's Johnson under some pressure. Wonderful work. His confidence is up. The kick finds Brown, who ran back after being pushed out of the contest. And that is super play by Chris Johnson. Ackermanis from 45. Second goal. Lions have the answers.
Everyone felt that they let each other down because we're such a tight group, and you know everyone's got to play their role for the team to win. There's no a lot of people say there's a lot of individuals in this side from outside, but we're all a team in one and we're all together. But the feeling after that game was very disappointing, and we wanted revenge. So we knew we were going to get to the grand final. It was just a matter, was Collingwood going to get there, and we wanted to play them, and we ended up getting there and we ended up beating them. So
Rocker getting his first feel of it in the Walker direction. Lappin scrambling a kick out of it. Hasn't been an influential player yet. Ackermanis trying to be at the moment. Hart been good. Brown, well done by the big man. Into an open 50. Pressure on Wakeman. Lynch not able to get back, but McGrath does. And kicks a brilliant goal.
He gathers to centre half forward. Oh, great kick to Brown. Onto the left boot. Jonathan Brown into the goal square. Lynch will shepherd it through. Keating with strength. Knocks it forward. Hart, who had a great start to this game. Ackermanis, can he keep it in? He can. Jason Ackermanis has kicked one of the goals of the season.
Brisbane have scarcely looked like scoring. Can they do something here? Brown, now Lappin, who's having a lot of it in this quarter. That is a wonderful kick.
I always had a feeling that I had a group of guys around me that I play with, great mates and great competitors, and I knew they wouldn't let go of this opportunity that we had. So no, I never thought. I knew we were going to be there, even though we'd lost against Collingwood, but I knew we were going to be there. Clark Keating just smashing the ball out of the ruck. That's what I remember most, and Lynchy kicking a lot of goals, and our midfielders just running, and their midfielders not being able to keep up with ours, and the run out of defence was pretty good as well.
So McRae into half forward. It's inside 50. A wrestle. Lynch has got it. Too strong in the end, and this will end up a problem possibly for the Crows. Lynch, Bradshaw, Brown. Here we go again.
Great use of the body, just fends his opponent off with the right arm.
So Lynch with a chance for the first score of the game. This would be a nice start. And it is. We have liftoff. First goal of the game.
As Carlton sends them forward, McGregor's going to work hard here. He does. Against Brown. Game starting to hot up now. Lions need to respond. And Jonathan Brown says, I'll respond in the best way possible with a goal.
Short from player. Powell, Mark, they're off and running into the middle. Ackermanis does well to take it away from Carey and run onto it. First touches to Voss, out wide. The runner is Johnson. They're winding up. He looks for Lynch. He's got him. Beautiful movement of the football. One of the rare times they've been able to get it off half back, and ends up with Alistair Lynch, who has one chance to line up for goal number 2. So Lynch to wind up, right on 50, it's up, and it's a cross goal. Jonathan Brown gets the arms clear. 3 bites, he's got it! Super mark. What a mark from Jonathan Brown. And he will be the problem without doubt. Too big, too strong, playing flat-footed on McGregor. And that's where it all comes into play.
Body strength is what got him at the end. That is a super grab. McGregor really didn't do much wrong. Had body on body. Brown too good on that occasion.
Well, and this has been his problem, is his finishing in recent weeks. Can he make good? He does. Goal number 2 for Jonathan Brown. Back to Voss. Through the middle go the Lions. Left footer, a shocking kick. Well, the kicking has let down both teams. Perry does well to push it outside 50.
Black. Threw it out in the end, Carosella. Long it is. McGregor has to get hold of it. It's an open goal. Lynch has it. And that's what he'll do. He'll finish off.
Well, the Lions forwards will be going cold in the goal square. They haven't been inside 50 yet for the half. This might change now. Well, they're in there. Jonathan Brown. Ackermanis, his turn to have an influence. And he's gone long. And the Lions are back in front.
Well, he's a genius.
Mike trying to claim it. Voss towards the line. Lappin, Charman, Ackermanis, roadblock, Brown, Carosella. Lions to half forward. Hart has to fly, and he does. Never take a backward step. Over to Ackermanis. Lions into overdrive. Look at Lynch. Look at the strength of the man.
Well, Sosa, in that instance, Perry's better off playing him from behind, probably pushing a player back in front of Lynch and trying to sandwich him. Lynch is too smart with his body use.
Well, you've got to give credit to the kick, really. The Ackermanis kick was a super kick. Not much Perry could do on that occasion.
Well, they kicked 3 goals, 6 in the second quarter. They need to get it online here, and Alistair Lynch does the job. The Lions move away. So the Crows had a great quarter. Bigland's again involved. Still a crucial 5 or 6 minutes remaining, though. And the Lions, they can score quickly. Lynch is on again, back in the square. Perry was desperate, but he couldn't stop. Old man River. Alistair Lynch.
Great grab under pressure. He knew Perry was coming at him at 1,000,000 miles an hour, but eyes for the ball.
He's just going to kick it. Put on the ground and throw it. I don't think Ben almost passed it, and it's a goal.
In there, Bradshaw's come onto the ground. Lynch is having a rest.
Well, you'll see them close up in a moment because Black surges forward on the bounce. Bradshaw back to McRae, another one who's come on at the bench. Long and straight is what Brisbane need, and long and straight is what Craig McRae delivers. White caresses it into the middle. Copeland, time to think about it. Time to see the charging Lynch. He doubles back. He's so clever. He let it go. All the way for Robert Copeland.
He's just manning him now.
It doesn't necessarily mean he was the villain. Look at that from Keating. Just spiked it out of the air. Got them to 50 and beyond. That was high. Yes, the umpire spotted it. Advantage, Lappin. Again, Voss to Black. It's over now. Oh, the Lions. They're on target for 3 premierships. Burton certainly has. Ackermanis. Now Lepic. The convoy's on its way again. Relay through the middle. Brown back to Ackermanis. A bit more magic from Jason Ackermanis. Just to top off the Lions. Oh, that deserves a cartwheel.
Have a look at this for a magnificent sight. It is showtime in Sydney. Collingwood is through to the AFL Grand Final of 2003. Now it is time to sort out an opponent.
That would have to be the best stadium ever I've played football, that stadium. It was great. The crowd were great. The Sydney people were great there. The way they got behind the Swans was excellent. And we had a lot of support there. But just the roar of the crowd when Sydney kicked the goal or we kicked the goal, it was just all the noise just stayed in that area of the arena. And, you know, I'll look forward to playing there again. We played a Wizard Cup there at the start of the season. And, you know, it was just great.
Jonathan Brown squares it up right into the middle. Now Mal Michael has found some space. Handballs to Copeland, who bangs it long. Lynch's one out. The fist came from Keating. Oh, they've coughed it up here, the Swans. Martin Pike can goal, and he does.
apoplectic state when he realised the bad news. It got worse with Lynch goaling. Pike to Charman, and Brisbane are dangerous again. Not the best placement, but Lynch is there. Couldn't hang on. McGrath, clever, another one. Now, will Sydney be made to pay in the last minute? Ackermanis, it's a big kick. Not quite big enough, but it's still in, and McRae makes him pay.
Chipping in as McGrath. McGrath will pump it long. Bradshaw fell over at the crucial moment. Here's a chance for Bradshaw, is recovered. Can't get boot to ball. A big snap by Carosella is home. Big start for Brisbane. Sydney have it in the midfield. Well, Williams has coughed it up. This could be a crucial moment. There's no one inside 50.
This will be a sprint.
It is a sprint. Who's going to win it? I think Leap and Leo might get there first. It might roll through. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was just that belief again. You know, we came in the huddle at three-quarter time and said to Voss, pulled us in and said, look, this 30 minutes to go. That's all we've got. Lay everything on the line here, and you know we'll have another game next week. We'll be there. And I remember at the end of the game, someone said to Jamie Charman, I think it might have been Craig McRae, that you're going to the big dance, and he hit it right on the head then, because there's no other better place than playing your last game at the MCG on grand final day.
Carosella, who's made a useful contribution tonight, but that wasn't his best moment. Lepic. Well played by Brisbane. Copeland keeps coming for Lepic. And the Lions build. Lynch. Pike. Can the veteran do it? Oh, what a serviceman he is for the Lions. His second.
Carosella kicked a couple of vital goals. Pops it up. Hart can't mark. Copeland. Brown recovers the feet. Can he get the handball away? He has a snap. It's home. It's another goal of Brisbane. Play on. Voss back of the pack. Tried to get it to Ackermanis unsuccessfully. Carosella, good handball to Black. Black from 40 has kicked a goal. Brisbane get another one. Kicks it into the goal square. Oh, it's a mark to Brown. Jonathan Brown has taken a huge contested mark. And he's on his correct side, and he can run around and nail this. And think it'd just about be curtains for Sydney. Gee, have they responded in magnificent style, Brisbane. But Brown will run around and take just a couple of steps before the Swans attack him.
Every second that ticks by helps Brisbane.
He's kicked one. And now it's two. Brisbane by 29.
Maxfield sweeping it, but straight back to Power. Now Brown.
71,019 people tonight have watched Brisbane win their way into their third successive grand final. Their opponent will be the Magpies.
A thunderous roar for a Warrior team with a leader better than any. They're on the brink of immortality, 3 in a row. Is history a burden, Stephen Silvani?
Oh, it's not about 3 in a row. It's about today. These guys would be nervous, afraid and excited at the same time. They know what it takes. They've been here before. Their moment has arrived.
At times we doubted they could be here again this year, but there's a real pride in the side.
Well, there is. They looked down and out last week at three-quarter time against the Swans. They got plenty of fight. They're not about to relinquish their crown.
They look ready.
We had a lot of focus on us as well with the injuries and that, who was going to play and who wasn't going to play. So that sort of took it off everybody else. But in the last year when we played Collingwood too, they went in favourites again, and you know, everyone was backing them, no one was backing us, and we fed off that sort of stuff.
To start things off, it's Josh Fraser for Collingwood and Keating for Brisbane as the grand final of 2003 is underway. Keating got first punch to it. Brown tried to slap it forward, got caught high, umpire let it go. McRae down in the middle of the ground. Brown's down, and Brown is hurt. This is a big moment in this game. Jonathan Brown is down, and he looks in big trouble. And Burns is the man who has fixed him up. We thought it might go the other way, but Brown has been poleaxed as Black drives it long into the goal square. Lynch takes the mark.
And a typical Alistair Lynch mark. Didn't get off the ground, just used his body strength. They will kick the ball long to the goal square when Lynch is there. And this is an amazing start. We all thought Brown had come off the line and tried to clean someone up. It's gone the other way.
Memories of '89, Dermot Brereton and Mark Yates.
He looks very shaky, Jonathan Brown. Alistair Lynch, a chance for the first goal of the match. Oh, and down off the ball goes Michael Voss. Nothing too much in that. So Lynch lines up for Brisbane.
Gee, this is long down the middle.
Straight down the middle. Holland waits behind, waits for the ball to hit the ground, but gee, Bradshaw been prominent so far. McRae farming it out to Keating. They're lining up across centre half forward. Jonathan Brown back on his feet. Ackermanis within range. He'd dearly love to land a blow for the Lions. And he's done it.
Gets you, Richard. Hart looks for Lynch. Into the goal square. McRae won't miss this time. Walker got the tap and went straight to Caracella, who goes.
They let it flow. Lepic, hurried kick away. Caracella.
Hitting on the hand, free kick.
Advantage paid. Pine takes it. Ackermanis roaming free. One bounce from Acker. On the brink of something great, Jason Ackermanis goes to town. 2 goals for Acker.
And wasn't it an absolute beauty? He knew it was a goal before the goal umpire.
He laps it along that boundary line, doesn't he?
He does. Let's have a look at it again. He gets it as a bounce, accelerates. And that is a wonderful kick for a right footer pressed hard against the boundary line. We've seen him do that several times. And Ben Johnson, not a good start on a new opponent.
Instant replay, really, wasn't it, that?
.50 out from their goal. Fraser. Clear winner there, but he handballs straight to his opponent in Keating, who handballs into space. Hadley runs onto it. Left foot snap. And the rookies kick the goal. Richard Hadley, in just his 4th game of AFL football, has kicked the goal in the grand final.
Now this man getting the ball sure, he's the spare man in defence.
Oh, he's gone without it. Lynch gathers, he's got loose men everywhere, but he decides to have a punch shot, and it's an absolute ripper! Yes, he can, to Hart. Brisbane go back inside 50. Voss, 50 out, tried to sell the dummy unsuccessfully. Got it out to Black. Black to Ackermanis. Can he win some more magic? Yes, he can! As the ball goes back inside Brisbane's attacking 50. Fraser, almost. Charman, kept it alive. Black, coming through as White, to Brown, to Pike. Hemmed in. Not a bad snap! Pike! Won't give up. Wakeland tackles him. Now it comes out to Ackermanis. Can he find some space? He can! Ackermanis has kicked 4! He has talked the talk this week and this afternoon at the MCG.
This is about as good as football can get while you're playing.
Lynch on the lead. Spills to Caracella. Into the pocket. And that might be a mark to Brown.
Yep,
he's paid it. So Jonathan Brown has taken the mark.
Lee Matthews will create history today. There's been no other AFL coach coach in 4 grand finals and win them all. His first grand final, of course, with the Magpies back in 1990. And over the last 3 years, success, success. And this one, I think, will be the sweetest of all.
Jonathan Brown has not kicked a goal this afternoon, but he has now as the Lions party starts. It's the biggest margin in the game. It's 51 points. And Michael Voss is starting to enjoy it. There you go. Talk about rubbing your nose into it.
Has to win the game. Here's Simon Black. Oh, Lynch left that one behind. McRae keeps it alive. Shaw. McRae. Here he goes again. Jason Akaminis. He is a menace with 5 goals.
And it's still in play. Oh, Akamanis. Johnson was caught napping. Aka kept it alive to Hart. And it's another one. Well, it's getting embarrassing now for Collingwood. To Lappin. Now Carosella again. He drives it long. Lynch has got to beat 2. Oh, doesn't matter, because Brown came in from the side and he plays on and kicks his second.
Here it is! The Brisbane Lions have done it! The Hawks, the Bombers, the Crows. They couldn't do it in the 80s and the 90s, but the Lions have gone back to back to back to become the greatest side of the modern era. They are football's invincibles.
I remember one stage out in the far wing in front of the interchange box where Luke Power was out there, and it was a 2-on-1 contest, and 1 being Luke and 2 being Collingwood, 2 Collingwood players. And you know, if he hadn't won that contest, that could have got them into a role, because they had a whole heap of men free in their forward line, and Luke just managed to beat them both and take it out of bounds. And I thought, yeah, we're going to win this. The way this kid went about it, or this my mate went about it, just to beat 2 of them.
Loney provides, kicks it under the wing. Scotland under pressure. Lions starting to win the one-on-one battles. It's 2-on-1 this time. Holland concedes, takes it over the line. They are under the pump.
All week, grand final week, I was thinking, we're going to make history, we're going to make history, and if we win, we're going to make history. If we lose, well, no one's going to remember us too much. But we've done it, and mighty proud of it, and I'll never forget the blokes from the first grand final and the second grand final, and the blokes that missed out. You know, they played a big part in it, and everyone probably sees the 22 blokes out there, but there was a lot more blokes that were in the side helping us during the year.
Jarman.
Another belt forward by Brisbane.
Carosella somehow got it out to McGrath, to Black on his favoured side. Left foot kick is right through the middle.
I knew he was getting the ball. I'm so used to him, like sitting down back there watching him get the ball, but I didn't realise 39 touches. And after we finished celebrating and they were about to read it out, everyone was going around, oh, Blackie's got 39, thinking, geez, what a great effort, you know. Maybe as a young kid he would have been thinking, oh, geez, I'd love to play in the grand final and win the Norm Smith medal, but I don't reckon he was wishing to have 39 touches. You know, it's a great effort by him, and he deserves it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Norm Smith medalist for 2003, Simon Black.
How good is this? I'd obviously firstly like to thank the Brisbane Lions Football Club. They gave me an opportunity back in 1998, and I absolutely love it up in Brisbane, and these bunch of guys I play with I'd absolutely die for.
It's sweeter. It just keeps getting better and better. The first one was great, the second one was sensational, and the third one's just magnificent. I just can't believe it. Like I only wanted to win one grand final when I was young, and to come away with 3 is magnificent. I've got 3 wooden spoons and 3 premierships, so I'm pretty happy. When we won the 3rd one, it was the first question after it. What about 4? What about 4? It was unbelievable. But it's possible. We've put our spot. We've put our, you know, we're in the spot to win 4 in a row. Another team has to go through all the first one, the second one, and the 3rd one. Well, we're in the spot. We only have to win 1 more and 1 4. So I don't know if anyone's done it, but we'll give it a shake. We'll have a go at it, and we'll try to make it to the finals. And then at the finals, we'll assess it again and see if we can get to the last day of September once more. Feels good, but it feels like you don't believe it sometimes. You think, geez, it won't sink in sort of until you get old, and then no one does it. That's when you sort of like, if no one ever does it again by the time I'm still living, that's when I'll start think, yeah, well, I played in the greatest team ever. What an achievement, and I'll be telling my grandkids about it too.
Our supporters, how good are you guys? Lee Matthews, our coach, the staff, the board, everybody have just been absolutely magnificent. There's so many people who would love to thank, but I do want to leave you on one thing. You little beauty! Thank you.